everyone, welcome back to Corporate Versia. Today we're diving into a report from Thryv Holdings, and let me tell you, it's a real page turner if you're into the thrilling world of annual stockholder meetings. Yes, that's right. We're decoding the results of their most recent voting session. Think of it like the corporate version of American Idol, but with less singing and more, well, voting. This report reveals who got elected to the board, how people voted on some key proposals, and what it all means for the future of Thryv. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below where passionate investors like you and I share ideas and decode corporate reports. So on June 12, 2025, Thryv Holdings held its annual meeting where stockholders got to vote on some important stuff. This is a routine event for publicly traded companies like Thryv where shareholders get a say in who runs the company. Think of it as a popularity contest for board members and a chance to give management feedback on their decisions. First things first, let's talk about the election of directors. Two individuals, Ryan O'Hara and Lou Orphanos, were elected to Thryv's board of directors. They got these positions by getting enough votes, effectively winning the election. Ryan O'Hara received 27,433,700 votes for him versus 6,788,638,606 for versus only 1,015,676 versus only 1,006,000 of foreign Olive Ringley elected by shareholders. What does this mean? Well, directors are kind of like the referees of a company. They guide big decisions and make sure the company is being run properly. These newly elected directors will serve hefty 3-year terms, expiring in 2028. Next up, the stockholders voted on a bunch of proposals. The first one was about picking Grant Thornton L as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the year ending December 31, 2025. Basically, they wanted to make sure their financial books are being checked correctly by an outside company that doesn't have any bias. 3,875,101 votes were cast for, only 35,543 votes were given against, and a tiny 11,952 votes abstained. So they overwhelmingly agreed with Grant Thornton as the auditing firm. The second item on the agenda was an advisory vote on the compensation of the company's named executive officers. Now, advisory vote basically means that it is the opinion of the people who own the company, the shareholders, and how they think the important people in the company are being paid. It is non-binding, so the board doesn't have to implement it. The result was 33,705,054 votes for, meaning approval of the compensation, with 51.9 ASTI 141 voting against, which is a relatively small number, so we can say it was overwhelmingly supported. The last agenda item was voting to approve an amendment to their certificate of incorporation to adjust voting requirements for some changes in the future. Sort of complicated. The result was 34,152,242 for, 68,482 against, and 1,617 abstain. It seems that the shareholders agreed with the proposed changes. Now, this all sounds like a bunch of corporate mumbo-jumbo, but it affects every company's direction and how it's run. Let's step back and ask ourselves what it all means. Thryv is a company that provides software and services to small businesses. It offers a platform that helps small businesses manage their customer relationships, automate marketing, and handle payments. Thryv tries to be a helping hand for small businesses. This report is essentially housekeeping. It shows that shareholders are largely on board with management's decisions, especially regarding executive pay and choosing external auditors. The election of directors is a crucial part of corporate governance that reflects the company's democratic processes, ensuring that its leadership has the backing of its shareholders. Now let's be real. Most people would rather watch paint dry than attend an annual stockholder meeting, or even worse, read the report of such a snooze fest. However, these meetings and their outcomes are critical to maintaining corporate checks and balances. Remember, stockholders are the owners and they shape the direction of any company. To wrap it up, Thryv seems to be running a tight ship based on these results. Shareholders are mostly giving the thumbs up to the big decisions. This usually reflects confidence in the management's strategy and direction. While it's just one piece of the puzzle, this 8K report gives us a peek into the less glamorous yet essential aspects of running a public company. Alright, that's our breakdown of Thryv's latest shareholder meeting results. What's your take on these votes? Does the strong approval across the board signal smooth sailing ahead? or are there hidden currents we should be watching? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching and see you next time.